Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises unto YAHAWAH, BaHashem, YAHAWASHI, BaHashem, RICANS, YAHWAH being the name of the Heavenly Father, whom the world ignorantly calls God, and YAHAWASHI being the name of the Son, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. BaHashem meaning in the name. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and shalom to my Akim who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity. This is Brother Kawakub coming at you with another lesson, Romans chapter 13 verse 11, and that, knowing the time, that now it is high time to wake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. And today's lesson is going to be entitled Wake Up Israel, because one of the is our people are in a deep sleep. Now, obviously, it's not a literal sleep, but it is a parabolic sleep. And the sleep, which I will also say, speaking as a man, all right, this is something that I personally don't like. I don't like using the term woke or anything anymore, because basically what woke means in this society is they took that term and bastardized it to mean, oh, you're a liberal, you think liberally now, so now you see the oppression that these cis white men are doing, which, yes, of course they do that, of course they are doing that, yes, but at the same time it doesn't change the fact that, like, their definition involves secularity, all right, for lack of a better term. Now, as a result of that, again, like I said before, speaking as a man, I don't like using that term woke, but it doesn't change the fact that initially the term woke was, for those that had, specifically us Israelite men, that had awoken to this truth, or awoken to the reality of us knowing who we truly are in general, not necessarily the 100% truth, but but primarily knowing that the so-called black people, so-called Hispanics, so-called Native Americans are the actual Israelites. All right. Now, with that being said, as we read in Romans chapter 13 verse 11, it says, knowing the time that it is high time to wake out of sleep. And the thing is, as I had stated previously, a majority of these people are under a deep sleep. Okay, and even these people that say that they are woke, they are not actually woke. Okay, this whole liberalism stuff, because they abandon the truth of YAHWAH, BaHashem, YAHAWASHI, for the sake of wanting to befriend and join their oppressor. All right, so that is a major issue, and that's a major misunderstanding that they have. All right, as a result of that, let's go in more. Proverbs 20 verse 13, love not sleep, lest thou come to poverty. Open thine eyes, and thou shalt be satisfied with bread. Now, there's multiple different things. I think just two. There's two different aspects to this. Okay, first things first, love not sleep. Now, when it says love not sleep, the understanding is you can't be satisfied. You can't love the slumber that you're in Babylon, which this is the liberalism, not liberalism, but secular mindset, because it's liberalism or conservatism. It's all the Babylonian, the different Babylonian doctrines that run amok, basically. All right, and that is the slumber, that's the sleep, and not knowing and not understanding the truth of YAHWAH, BaHashem, YAHAWASHI. Once again, that's where it all primarily stems from and comes from. Like that's like the main crux of it. If you don't know that you are an Israelite, if you don't know YAHWAH, BaHashem, YAHAWASHI, then that's where you are in that sleep. All right, second aspect, second part is poverty. Lest thou come to poverty. Well, what does that mean? Like, poverty doesn't necessarily, let me actually get that. Which was funny because I wanted to get that, but I forgot to slock. I forgot to get it. Luke chapter 12 verse 21. So is he. Actually, let me get earlier verses. Luke chapter 12 verse 19. And I will say to my soul, thou hast much goods laid up for many years. Take thine ease, eat, drink, and be merry. Unto him, thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee. Then who shall those things be which thou hast provided? So is he that layeth up treasure for himself, and is not rich toward Yahweh. Now, this is where there is the great divide, the disconnect. Okay, let me also get this to support it. Matthew chapter 6, verse 19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. Verse 20. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. Verse 21. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. And this is the importance of understanding that there's spiritual wealth and there is carnal wealth. Carnal wealth is, the physical money that you're able to see, the physical the material things that are tangible, are currently tangible. Let me actually say currently tangible, whereas the spiritual wealth is the thing that we're waiting for, the kingdom of heaven. All right. So that is what we are striving for. That's what we are. All right. Now, when we are in this, as we are in this truth, okay, we work towards the goal of the kingdom of heaven, and as we are working of heaven, pleasing YAHAWASHI, serving YAHAWASHI, then we are building, as it says in Matthew chapter 6 verse 20, lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven. So we're working to accrue wealth, accrue treasures, okay, spiritually. We're working spiritually to accrue spiritual wealth. All right. So as a result of that, we're going to be rich towards YAHAWASHI, as we had see. So now we see, going back to Proverbs chapter 20 verse 13, it says, lest thou come to poverty. So now we don't want to be in poverty with YAHAWASHI. In addition to that, let's also get this slaki. There's a lot that goes into this. Matthew chapter 5 verse 3, blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven, as I had previously stated. Okay, so yes, we are going to be poor physically. Okay, it says blessed are the poor in spirit, because the poor are going to be blessed in spirit, because the poor the poor are more worried about building up spiritually rather than, or they tend to be more worried about building up spiritually rather than carnally. All right, because for us, we're not trying to get the quote unquote the nicest cars, nicest whatever. All right, the best job in order to be rich. We're not trying to be rich in Babylon. We're trying to be rich towards YAHAWASHI. And what had happened, in Luke, when we saw what happened in Luke chapter 12 to someone that was more worried about being rich carnally. All right, then when all is said and done, fully enjoy all the wealth that they had accrued. All right, over the span of their lifetime. So this is why we need to be more worried about spiritual wealth rather than carnal. And honestly, that just makes so much sense. Okay, because you need to understand that it also even says it in Matthew chapter 6 verse 19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust do corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. The thing is that you can get a bunch of stuff that are tangible, but the thing is, that's not going to last forever, and there are ways that can just be lost. All right. And the flip side of that is, you're building up a legacy and a good relationship spiritually with Yahawashi when you are more focused on doing things spiritually and more focused on being spiritually minded rather than carnally minded, so that in death, all right, in your in the time of your death, then you have so much more to look forward to. Okay, especially with how terrible life is right now, because it's so easy for you. It's hard for you to accumulate wealth in this society, but it's so easy for you to lose it. All right, and that's a very big thing to really have an understanding of. All right, so as I was saying, let me actually make sure we get this. Love not sleep. Okay, so don't be in that secular mindset. All right, and then if you are in that secular mindset, you will go to poverty lest you repent. All right, you're gonna be in poverty. All right, let me also get blessed are the poor in spirit. So blessed are the poor in spirit. We had already gone over this. When we are in, if we are in the spirit, if we don't have all the carnal treasures, if we don't have all the carnal treasures, then we're gonna be more worried about building up in the spirit. Then that's where our treasure is going to be. That's where we're going to strive. Okay, and this is what the Lord says: the kingdom of heaven is ours. All right, now moving on. Luke chapter 6 verse 20, and he lifted up the eyes of his disciples and said, "Blessed be ye poor, for yours is the kingdom of for yours is the kingdom of Yahweh." Verse 21, "Blessed are ye that hunger now, for ye shall be filled. Blessed are ye that weep now, for ye shall laugh. Blessed are ye when men shall hate you, and when they shall separate you from their company, and shall reproach you, and cast your name out as evil for the Son of Man's sake. Rejoice ye," verse 23, "rejoice ye in that day, and leap for joy, for heaven, and in the like manner to their fathers, to the prophets." Okay, so basically, all the hardships, all the pain that we're going through, if you're sad, you're without, all right, when people hate you, anything, whatever, okay, all the stuff that you're going through now, it's just going to be flipped upside down. It's going to be reversed. Okay, you're going to be the one that's going to be happy. You're going to be filled. You're not going to thirst. You're going to laugh. You're going to just be overall happy. And then that's when the world's going to be in its proper place. In addition to that, you're also going to be enjoying way more than actually, let me get that, as a matter of fact, more than what the rich had been enjoying. 2 Corinthians chapter 4 verse 16, "For which cause we faint not, but though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day." The outward man being the carnal man, the inward man being spiritual man. Verse 17, "For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory." Okay, our light is called a light affliction, not because it's a light affliction, not because all the stuff that we're going through is easy or soft or anything like that. It's because it is compared to the glory that's waiting for us in the kingdom of heaven. All right, the affliction that we're going through, the hardship that we're going through, is comparatively light compared to the reward that we're going to be enjoying in the kingdom of heaven. All right, in the kingdom of heaven, it's just going to be so good that it's just going to be incomprehensible. All right, verse 18, "While we look not at the things which are seen, but the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal." Okay, and on top of that, all right, it's the stuff that we see now, they are temporary. All right, we're not gonna always have a car, that one car that you love, okay, because that car can over time decay and just not get good. All right, even if you do the best you can to do the upkeep on that, but as you are using it, it's gonna come to a point where it's just not gonna be good anymore. All right, on top of that, you yourself, On that, on top of that, you yourself, you're gonna eventually die. We all eventually die because of this mortal body, this imperfect body. But in the kingdom of heaven, everything that we're gonna have is gonna be eternal, okay, everlasting. Now, 1 Timothy chapter 5 verse 6, but she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. And once again, going back into the whole sleep thing, okay, so understand that we need to steer clear from this Babylonian mindset, this secularity, all right, because this is the stuff that people think, oh yeah, I want to live in pleasure, and it is a quote unquote pleasurable lifestyle because you're more worried about pleasing your flesh, all right, rather than pleasing YAHAWASHI, all right. As a result of that, yes, you are living in pleasure, and as a result, you are dead, and the dead are in that deep sleep. Okay, let me see if I can find that. Life. It was I forgot which one I was reading, which book I was reading. Word. If I can't find it, then I'll just move on. Okay, yeah, we're gonna move on. Bear with Slakia. Basically, living in pleasure is dead, and the opposite of that is following after the word of Yahawadah. That's where life, everlasting life, comes into. Let's actually see if we can find that ever. Alright, Slakia. Basically, sometimes the wording, I don't have the wording. I don't get the wording, but it's fine. Moving on, Proverbs chapter 21, verse 11. When the scorner is punished, hold on. Oh, yeah, over here, Slakia. Proverbs chapter 21, verse 17. He that loveth pleasure shall be a poor man. He that loveth wine and oil shall not be rich. All right. So once again, this just goes into just to close it up. He that loveth pleasure. So that's someone that is carnally minded. Okay. Again, seeking after the flesh. It's not talking about a poor man in terms of carnal riches, but it's talking about spiritual riches. So in terms of YAHAWASHI, does the Lord consider that person a person rich? No. And that's the thing, like when do you have spiritual wealth with YAHAWASHI? Are you rich towards YAHAWASHI? And if the answer is no, if you are more focused on going after the flesh, then there's not much to look forward to. All right. So with that, I hope this lesson was edifying. I pray that this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praises unto Yahawah, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadah. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, Abad, Babal, and Shalom.